Good evening, good afternoon, actually. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for another edition of the Giggity Get Down. K Caddy, myself, special guest of Ma Bear up here with us tonight, and then the one and only captain of the SpaghettiOs race team, Robbie, man. Great to have all you guys up here. We're going to do a little bit of the follow up on some of the action we saw at Daytona for the Season 5 opener races this week.
Yeah, what he said. Captain SpaghettiOs, I like it. Yeah, so just so everybody knows what we're trying to do, we're going to try doing this weekly. We're an hour late because Puddinhead to sleep in. Waffle House got the best of him last night.
That's facts.
However, we're going to try to do a quick recap. We got Rye Guy, I don't know who that is. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Eagles, you're out there. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, yeah, just quick recap of what's going on. Some stuff that had come to our attention that maybe needs to be pointed out this week in the Get Down so that people understand rules a little bit better around here. Also, answering any and all questions out there still in the YouTube land while we're going through this. So, we start with last Monday night. We kicked off our Season 5 on NASCAR Heat 5. Preset Truck started us out last Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Robbie?
Sorry, buddy. I was well away in another world then. What did you say?
Right, yeah. So you're Captain SpaghettiOs. That part you might have missed. Also, on top of that, we're at the preset trucks, just kind of giving a rundown on how the racing went and what you'd seen.
I mean, the preset truck race was absolutely awesome. We had side-by-side racing, guys being patient, but that's the presets through and through from our trucks to our Cup Series. All the drivers we have in there, I believe, are in the right places, and they put on a great show.
Two first-time winners coming this week too, in the both truck series.
Yeah, both coming from Team SpaghettiOs also. But yeah, your driver, Dr. Robbie Bobby, come home with the victory Monday night in the preset trucks. How do you feel about that one there, Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, we got a win for the team in both series. Preset trucks, we had Ice. He brought in the pole position.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Icy one presets, my bad.
Yeah. And then in the customs, we had Dr. Robbie. He got the pole with Morebear coming in third. I mean, it was a great result for us on Monday, and it's fair to say that we're hyped for this new season, Season 5.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of cool being in this chat. Let's get down with both Robbie and Puddin', as it was your two guys' truck starting off the season, finishing 1-2, as Icy was pushed to the win for Team Shin by Team KMS driver Sean T.
Yeah, it was great to see those guys out there working together too. I know a lot of people in team chats, but we're talking back and forth. I was helping spot for Icy those last couple laps there, and again, not new to Giggity. He made his Giggity return, working his way back up to Icy. And as for Dr. Robbie Bobby, he puts the time in. He works so hard on all his setups. He helps so many people. Plus, he runs his own league over there at Extreme Dirt Racing and does customs over there. So he's a man with many different hats on. And for him to take the time to come out and race with us over here and then get that monkey off his back, man. He's been so close so many times here recently and the past season. So it was great to see. I call him the proctologist, the doc himself, getting that W.
Hey guys, I don't know if you've noticed this, but out there in the YouTube land right now, we have a Keystone Cowboy tuning in. Basically, he's telling you to breathe there. But
holy cow! Did get to talk to him yesterday. He haven't been able to talk to him. I mean, he's looking to get back to racing himself. He new work schedule, working second shift. He got a little bit of a promotion, so supervised a little situation for him going over there. So great to see Cowboy out there, man. We miss you.
Yeah. So while we're talking about the trucks, that's actually our special guest in here this week. She received her first podium finish in the Giggity Racing League. She has finished top 5 in the development series prior. But since she's been moved up, she's raced a little bit of custom Xfinity, a little bit of regular Xfinity. Now, I think she ran preset trucks, I'm not sure. But anyways, now she's in the custom truck series. But Ma Bear finishing 3rd place Monday night. Congratulations on that, Ma.
Yeah, thank you. No, it was a great race. Awesome teamwork. Like, we had on our chat, we had the team captain on there. Everybody was on the chat, and I think was part of, I don't know, what it made a big difference. Like you felt like, okay, you had support on the team, you weren't by yourself. We worked together, and yeah, I was pretty psyched to come in third place. Almost got. I mean, I led first for a couple of laps, and then obviously Dr. Robbie Bobby, like he's better than me, so definitely deserved that win. So I was glad to come in at least third. That was a good race. I'm looking forward to Atlanta coming up next week,
Tomorrow.
and hopefully Shin and I know it's not the underdogs anymore. What is it called? Puddin'?
Oh,
You changed the name?
yeah, KMS, Knievel Motorsports.
KMS. Sorry, yeah, I was blanking out there. Well, hopefully, the same guys can pull up another couple of wins there next week.
Now, Taddy touched on it real quick, where you have gone back and forth between a little bit of the preset and custom. Which do you prefer best, Maul?
Okay, so I actually I really admire people that can pull off wins in presets. I am not a preset person. I tend to not do well. I do better in custom. I've done custom truck, and well, in this league, I guess. So would be my first race was last week. So I think it's fair to say that you'll be seeing me more top contenders, I think, in custom truck than preset truck. Because I mean, if you've been watching the races, I've never done well in preset truck at all.
Well, no, much deserved podium to you too, and can't wait forward to see what you got. Looking forward to here in the future, like you said, upcoming Atlanta. And again, big shout out to you and Paul for everything you do over there at development, from doing the broadcast to the screenings to the drivers' questioning answers and everything. So thank you, Scott, for what you guys are doing over there.
No problem. I mean, we like it. We I know Teddy had his plate full, so me and Paul Bear taking over the development side takes off a lot of his plate. So hopefully we're doing a good job. I know we're recruiting a lot of people lately. I mean, you guys want to stay tuned and watch these Friday development races coming up in the next couple of weeks, because we have people that are coming in from other leagues. We even have people that do the pro league races that are coming in. So these people, I mean, they have to do 2 races with development before they get picked up. But I'm telling you, these people will not be sitting there very long.
Yeah, we'll touch on base there with the development series here in a few more minutes as we continue on through our week. Development does end the week though, so they'll be kind of the last one we talk about here. But so we've spoken on the trucks. Tuesday night we got to, after a very long wait for the season opener, unlike the other series that we had, the season 4.5, we did not have that with the dirt series on Tuesday nights. Their series ran 3 weeks into 4.5. We did not cut them short, and because of that, they had to sit about a month and a half. Last time they raced was on Heat 4. They haven't touched the game since Heat 5 had come out until this past Tuesday. And we had a lot of newcomers, 24 drivers all battling for 18 spots in the A main. We've seen a few people that have lag issues, a few people that had setup issues on the transferring. But at the end of the day, we had a rookie to the Giggity Racing League, Cobra Nation, come out and get his first victory ever in his first start. So he's batting 1,000 there in the dirt series.
Yeah, I was
But
just
you
going
were
to say
there,
to
you
you.
got to watch that.
Yeah, I got to watch that. I tried to qualify. I was having some technical difficulties that night. Everybody knows how much I enjoy Eldora, but the Dirt Series 2 is you guys put on such a great show. And again, guys, don't forget about that on Tuesday nights, because they did sit stagnant for almost a month and a half, like Taddy was saying. So these guys were out there knocking the rust off their wheels and getting their practice in, and everybody was looking real good too.
Yeah, I thought it ended up being a great showing, and actually since this past Tuesday, we've actually had another 4 or 5 drivers added into the chat party there, as well as we had a few guys that just couldn't make it this past Tuesday that'll be returning. And then also don't forget, we're not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, we will also be adding in Tony Stewart's sprint cars. So we'll be racing the late models first, and then we'll be swapping over and racing the sprint cars, the 410s there on that game after. looking to expand possibly into running all 4 series over there. So definitely going to be fun. Those dart slingers, those guys that like kicking up some mud, there's definitely a lot of opportunities for them. And that series is grown every week. And we actually have some that are going to race both late models and sprints. And we have some of those guys that are going to race strictly late models or strictly sprint cars. So both nights, or both races, both series, look to see a bunch of different drivers. I think that'll be a blast.
Oh yeah. Robbie said he just sent me a
Continue.
message. Robbie said he'll be right here with us in a moment. He's just taking care of something. But yeah, continuing on to the custom and preset cup on a Wednesday night
Yeah,
at
so
Daytona.
first off, before we continue on with that, big announcement. The Canucks have signed former captain RJ Smitty. He will be making his return this coming Wednesday in the preset series. Again, that's for the Canucks. RJ Smitty returning. He's one of the few people, we did an exemption for him. He was one of the original, 8 members of the league. So we didn't put him down in the development series. We let him kind of go ahead and get signed so he could get into the racing. So Arkham picked him up. Again, that's one of the few times that we're going to let that slide just because, he was a founder kind of exemption. However, yeah, RJ Smitty, he will be back this coming Wednesday. And then going into the racing, so Team Shin swept our truck series. Dirts don't really have team affiliation, and then come to the Cup Series, top of the league here, and your normal teams, no Coca-Cola. They got the 2 victories on Wednesday as Dark Humor won the presets and Noco himself won the custom race.
Yeah, I had an opportunity I talk with Dark Humor quite a bit in at late night lobbies and stuff like that. He's a good young man. He's shown proved why he's where he's at on the team in the preset division, and he's very smart with setups, adjustments, and he's very, very good on for spotting for people and strategy. So it was no surprise to see him up there, and it won't be any shocker either if we talk to him a couple more times throughout this long season 5.
Yeah, so during the races, the presets didn't seem to have too many issues. A lot of single car follow the leader racing, as you would expect to see at a super speedway. The customs on the other side, a little bit more side-by-side action, a little bit more issues on that during that race. All in all, if you watch it on the YouTube, it actually came out being a really good race. Also, big shout out to 3D Metal Works there on Wednesdays. That league is now sponsored. Sorry, that series. Both series are sponsored by the same sponsor. Huge shout out to them as Dark Humor and Noco. They both received their $10 PSN cards for becoming the winner. So again, congratulations to them. While we're in this series chat, we spoke earlier bringing up some rules and reminders here for people. This issue actually came during the Cup Series, but I want to remind everyone in the Giggity Racing League, when you are broadcasting on a private level, and or if you're commenting under somebody that is broadcasting that has the Giggity Racing League tag to it, your words and actions can and will get you penalized in those. As I myself was broadcasting and I slipped up, I want to publicly apologize to Dean Clavitt, aka El Parco. I got a little upset with him. Miscommunication on my end. I thought he was a wheel driver. He's not. He was on sticks. So I got a little upset with him. Realistically, it's just super speedways. I knew I had a hot rod, a little contact with him and or something that had happened. I got mad and I shouldn't have. Anyways, I'd said some stuff on my own broadcast that I've been penalized myself for, and now I'm sitting second to last in the points on the Custom Cup Series.
Yeah, like you said, conduct on becoming of a driver. You guys have heard me say that before. Whether you're in a public lobby or anything, not only are you representing yourself. That's how when we see all these people and we're like, oh, we got to boot this person. Well, we don't want to be in a chat with this person. It's because of the way they have talked or raced in the past. So again, conduct on becoming of a driver. Then on top of that, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your team and Giggity Racing League, and there is a lot of eyes on Giggity. So just be mindful, guys.
Yeah, and also, real quick on that, like I said, I myself was penalized for actions along that. So these rules, nobody's above the law on that. Again, being the CEO, I myself was docked 10 points. So if you do it, expect, I understand that things happen in heat of the moment, you get frustrated, and that's exactly what happened to me, heat of the moment. I said some things I shouldn't have. just expect the penalty to come after. It's the fairest I can explain that. We had another issue that somebody else, he was not even the one speaking. He was not broadcasting his race. It was during actually the race prior to his. He said a few comments in the chat that was unacceptable, and he ended up getting dock points as well for just comments under somebody else's private YouTube. So same concept, but different story. Anyways, moving on.
I just have to say just before you, I have to say that, and I'm sure that a lot of people out there feel the same way. Caddy, I think we look up to you for being so strict on, these no accepting these types of behaviors and talks in the chats. I think this is why people respect Giggity and want to be part of Giggity. So, upon myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people, I want to thank you because it makes us want to be part of your league. So thank you for that.
Yeah, so real quick, you said my league. This isn't my league. I might be the CEO kind of helping out with the rules and guidelines here, but this is everybody's league. Giggity Racing League is about the drivers, about the individuals. That's why we're so large, and I'm not putting a cap on how many drivers can come in because we're here for everybody, drivers of all levels. We want somewhere where they can go and feel like family or have a league racing. Get out of those public lobbies. So.
And I was actually asked that question last night. When do we put the cap on how many drivers are coming into development? And you had spoken to me about that same subject a week prior. So, like you said, there is no cap on how many people can come in.
If we can fit them in the lobby, they're going to be in the lobby on Fridays. At the same time, the lobby can only hold 40 cars. If I had to make a A and B, North and South, East and West, whatever series on that line, we'll do that. Just know, though, at the same time, the more drivers we have in development, the lot harder it's going to be for you to get signed, as there's only 21 spots available per series for the captains to be able to, find drivers and get them in there. So that's where we cap out, is how many drivers are in the regular series. But as far as development, we'll bring everyone in. Right. So moving on, we're going to go to the Xfinity Series. We had a Kyle Busch sighting, as former Cup driver Hunty Wild has dropped down and runs the Preset Xfinity Series, brought to you. Nope, sorry, not sponsored in the Preset side, but Hunty Wild drives the Kyle Busch number 54 Twix Toyota Camry, parks in Victory Lane for the Preset Xfinity Series after leading, quite frankly, the majority of the race.
Yeah, he did a very good job that night. Again, somebody else will probably end up talking to quite a bit. We know how good he is on road courses also.
Yeah, he's got a little gear shifting strategy at most road courses, but yeah, Hunty Wild, definitely somebody at all road courses.
That was good racing too. I don't think there was one. I don't think there was a caution for the preset. I don't believe.
No, I don't think so. Well, they had the stage cautions, but no actual caution.
Yeah.
Then we move over to, which, by the way, that's Team Energy. Hunty Wild drives for the Nana Red Motorsports over there. Moving over to the custom side, presented by CNC Designs for all your Giggity clothing and apparel. Check out CNC Designs. We have a Facebook page. If you're interested, let us know.
I made my order. It's on its way.
Yeah, that shipment should actually be out today for that first round of orders. I was informed last night that shipment will be out today.
Yep.
For a question, for people that are ordering outside of the U.S., I know you said it's free shipping, but I assume that the custom and duties are not
it's standard
covered,
$8. It's standard $8 shipping for the United States.
Yeah.
So
it's not free shipping. We're working with some free shipping stuff and some items that you'll get as a race winner in the series. That's who gets the free shipping.
But I can get an answer for you on that, Mal. I can get an answer. I can talk with Ed, though. And
I think I was told anywhere from $10 to $12 is what the shipping cost to Canada would be.
Okay.
In that ballpark.
Yeah, I'm excited for my Giggity swag. But yes, thank you, CNC Designs, for coming on board.
Right. So, Custom Xfinity, presented by CNC Designs, race winner from KMS, Wide Open Racing. And apologies, I called him out on Thursday when in the interview I said that it was his first ever win in Giggity. That is not true. Technically, it was his third, but it was his second in the Custom Xfinity Series alone.
Yeah, I was practicing with him throughout the week there, and he definitely was putting the time and the effort in. tweaking in things a little bit. That's the difference again. Something that I'm getting acclimated to is everybody's customs, as you all know, is just a little bit different with gear ratios or how cars turn and set up. No, he did a great job that night. Again, the majority of that race. It was all clean and green till about the last 10 laps there. A couple small hiccups, but again, plate tracks
Actually,
restart.
there was like 5 to go. They had a caution, and then they ended up with a green light record at the end. Our
Yeah,
first overtime race.
yeah, first overtime race. Some people wanted to see it, some people didn't. He said he did not want to see it because the gas light had been on for him. So,
Yeah, so actually, I wanted to bring that up too. Custom Xfinity was the first time we'd seen fuel mileage come into play. This season was the 2 times where we didn't see it in the trucks, we didn't see it in the Cup, we didn't see it in preset Xfinity, but in the Custom Xfinity, Wide Open had the gear ratio. He had enough to make it to the end. He was kind of hanging back, using the draft to his advantage to save some fuel, and he actually had enough to make it to the end where others did not. However, the caution came out, so everybody was able to pit and everybody was able to finish on the lead lap and battle it out. But because Wide Open had that fuel strategy, he was able to, on that restart, come out in first. So he led the pack to the green on the restart, and nobody could get around him on the outside, and he became your victor in the another Cup driver's car, the number 8 Hellman's Mayonnaise Dale Earnhardt Jr. car, but it was driven by Wide Open Thursday night for his victory.
again, pretty impressed for all the racing, too. Again, at plate tracks, things do happen on restarts. But again, overall, great, clean race. And it was a lot of fun to participate in there as well. They will also be going to Atlanta like everybody else. So remember, just because Cup might be somewhere, it doesn't mean Xfinity or Truck will be at that same track. It just so happens it happens for the first couple of races, but
Yeah, I
will
think
get mixed
actually
up.
starting week 3, starting week 3 that changes where
Yep.
I believe the trucks go somewhere different than the Cup and Xfinity. So
Yep.
stay tuned as it will start changing on a week-to-week basis, which is going to make it a lot harder on the teams. I know on the custom side, for example, a Cup driver might work on their setup at the track that they have all week long, and then throw their setup for that track to their teammates. Well, that only works if you're racing at the same track. If somebody's working at Auto Club and the trucks are at Bristol, well, those setups aren't going to work very well. So we're going to start seeing here in the near future which truck drivers are better at making setups and not just relying on their teammates. So I'm pretty excited for that to happen.
Yeah, as am I. And then again, Friday night, was wrapped up with some great racing over there on the development side again. Like we were talking, those guys they put on one heck of a show.
Yeah, we actually had 2 first-time winners over there. We had Ghost Rider got a victory on the preset side of development, and they were in Cup cars this weekend. Next week, Ma, are they in Xfinity?
Xfinity, yeah, at Atlanta.
So they're still going to Atlanta, but they're going to be changing cars, changing the series that they're driving in. So it's going to be the Xfinity cars at Atlanta. But Ghost Rider got his first victory in development on the preset side. Maybe big shout out to him. Wink, wink to the captains. He is a race winner there on it was Daytona. But then again, huge surprise on the custom side. Big Destroyer has joined Giggity Racing League. He was in the development custom series race. Again, he's he's got all the speed to be considered a pro league caliber driver, and he's running in our development series, so that's proof and point as well that nobody is above the rules there. Again,
I am above the law.
except that one exemption that I'd made. But prior to that, Big Destroyer pro league caliber driver. All eyes were on him. All the betting money from Vegas was put down on him, and they all lost that money as High Speed Lenny comes out with his first victory in the development series as he beats Destroyer to the line and wins the development cup race at Daytona.
Yeah, and anything can happen at plate tracks. Some people like going to plate tracks. They can get long and tedious, especially when they're caution free. But it does give a chance, just like in real life, that anybody has
Kind
a chance
of
of
winner
winning
for
there.
anyone, yeah. The real racing, you've heard it a million times. Not that super speedway is not real racing. Season start there. It's kind of a catch-22. Anybody could get that victory. We've seen some surprises win this week, and we've seen some odds-on favorites win. Noko winning a super speedway. Actually, he's a force in all of cup racing, always in the custom side. And however, he's had this little deal on his back where he's been unable to get a plate win in Giggity, and finally he takes it home if he wins the 500 there on Wednesday night. So I mean, he's always a a hard charger and someone you expect to see up front, but he finally got that super speedway victory. And it's kind of funny, like he's not somebody you would ever think, man, he's never gotten one. Are you kidding me? Like you just expect that he's won all these different types of tracks, but no, now he can say that he finally has. Um, but as you've always heard, the fun racing is over. It's time to get to the real racing, as Atlanta will test setups. It will test your line. It will test your frustration level.
I was just going to say, it's going to test your patience.
A lot like Daytona, you want to be at the bottom line on Atlanta. There's not really an outside line, but there can be, depending on your setup and your freshness of your tires. One-on-one, you can make some passes, but if there's two guys on the bottom in the draft, they're probably going to take you. But at the same time, you can put two guys on the outside and overtake that one guy on the bottom. So draft will be in play. Also, it's a treacherous track on the tires, so people are going to have to watch that camber caster. Their setups, that right front's going to try to wear on everyone. Unless you got a real loose setup, then it'll be your right rear. But tires are going to come into play, I think, more than fuel as we get headed into Atlanta this week.
Yeah, I know. I've been talking to a couple of guys too, helping with setups. We've been tweaking back and forth, like you said, caster camber, even some right front spring, depending upon how much you want to put in there. Though, you got to keep an eye on those tires because it is a tire eater, like you said. But depending upon, you almost want to give up some long run speed to be able to make sure that your tires wear as even as possible and make them last for as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, while we're on this get down, today at 4 Eastern, you seen it last week, but it was later on in the night. It was an eight league showdown last week with 4 drivers per series. We got the victory, got the team win, and on top of that, No Shift Pendle got the individual driver victory out of 32 drivers. So big shout out to those boys. But because of what happened last week, the host of that was the North American E-Racing League, that is NARL, abbreviated, and they have now challenged Giggity Racing League to a one-on-one. They said that we were the cleanest, fastest, and they want to have an opportunity to race us a little more, not have the other 6 leagues out there. So they have challenged us to an 8 versus 8, 4-track, 25% races, a League V League showdown again today at 4 Eastern. Puddin will be in the booth. We have 6 confirmed drivers, still waiting on finding out who our other 2 are, but you do have the same 4 that represented us last week. You have Pendle, Hunty Wild, Nuka Bob, and Robbie Racing. And joining them this week will be myself and Mills for sure. Noko said he can make, I think, 3 of the races, but we're going to need somebody to make all 4. Otherwise, it's going to be real tough to bring home that team points if we're short a car in one of there.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I talked to you about it last night a little bit, but just to be challenged again, but to use the words that they said, clean, respectful, that shows a lot. That for people to say that's congratulations to everybody out there who's been able to, represent like that and get that good reputation.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll be watching. We'll be rooting for Giggity. Hopefully everybody else out there that's listening can tune in. It's going to be an awesome race to watch.
Yeah,
or competition, I should say, 4 races in a row. And is it going to be like last time where there's no breaks, it's just go, like a marathon kind of thing?
The way that it's going to work is we'll qualify for the first race. I believe the first race is actually going to be at Iowa, so there will be qualifying for Iowa. The qualifying after Iowa is going to simply be whoever has the fastest lap at Iowa will start on the pole when we go to the next track. We have a mix of all 4 types of tracks. We have Iowa for a short track. We have Michigan for an intermediate. We have Canadian Tire as a road course, and we also have Daytona as our 4 races tonight. So those are the tracks that should be fun.
Awesome.
Out there, Dean has said still waiting for Sunoco versus Giggity, round 3, take 3, whatever. Have your admins get a hold of me. Real quick on the schedule-wise, we have dropped weekends. Every other weekend we do the endurance race. So this coming Saturday, the boys are headed to Auto Club for 100% no caution stages only race.
I'm excited for that.
Multiple leagues in there are represented, but Sundays are kept free for this reason. If a league wants to come to us and challenge us, we always have Sundays free. So Dean out there says the Sunoco versus Giggity. Have the admins get a hold of me, and we'll set something up.
Yeah, again, I'll be up there in the booth. I've still got to get clarification if the Gnarl guy will be up there with me or not.
Yes, they're gonna dual broadcast at the same time. I just don't know who the other broadcaster is gonna be.
Perfect. So it'll be me and another guy, and it was a lot of fun to do that. Man, I was like, I had to unplug my mic quite a few times to pull for the giggity guys, but last week. But it was a cool opportunity too to commentate with other league affiliates from them too. But it will be on the giggity broadcast today, all the 4 races, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
25
I'm gonna
percenters
be.
are going to go kind of quick though.
Yeah, and the only one that the Canadian Tire will not have stages. The other 3, I believe, are set to have stages, but Canadian Tire will not. So we actually get some green flag laps for that caution every, I think, 8 laps.
Yeah.
So tune in for that one.
I liked it too. I like it. Turn it right, short track, super speedways, a little bit of mixture of everything. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, tune in for that. We'll be there live. I'll also be live streaming on my own personal stream, so hopefully I don't get penalized this time. But right, so we're going to be live streaming on mine for lap count for you, Puddin', so that that'll help you out.
Perfect.
Other than that, I'm not so sure. Robbie, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Is there anything you wanted to get to here during the get down?
No, not really. I just can't wait for this season, and I'm looking forward to Atlanta next week. I know my guys have been working really hard on their setups, and I can't wait to see that side-by-side racing at Atlanta. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely, I agree tenfold. Ma Bear, was there anything you wanted to get to or say?
No, I'm good.
And Puddin'?
Oh, no, we covered everything, man. Just want to say, great racing at Daytona. Let's get to Atlanta and keep up this momentum of what we got going.
I want to say, as CEO, I'm actually really happy. When we went over our system and our penalty issue with people in their own personal chats, that's all we had to really discuss about with people with issues. There was a few other on-track incidents where it was like the glitch or going below the line, but that's kind of as expected at a super speedway, you know. But for the most part, the racing was really pretty good. To be able to get on here and say that the biggest issue was actually somebody in their own private YouTube, that's remarkable. You know, we always say do whatever you want on your private stuff, but it's again, if it's a private YouTube, I don't have an issue with anything you do or say unless it's tagged with Giggity. That's where the issue becomes. At that point, you're representing us, and you know, be legit in your chats. But again, to not have an issue with the track, you know, I'm not saying, hey, don't forget these rules, don't forget this, don't forget that, as far as on-track incidents. I mean, I couldn't have been happier with how Daytona went, and I'm really excited to see how it goes the rest of the week.
Yeah, me too. And again, congratulations to Maul. She does been up in the booth, but then again, got to spend a couple minutes on the other side of the booth with her 3rd place there with the interview. Thanks for being up here today, Maul. Thanks for taking the time out of your day.
No, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Robbie, for being here, in spirit at least.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us here, Robbie. I mean, you could have YouTubed that, but yeah, at least you got to put your two cents in about your truck drivers. So
It's actually 2 pence for us, not 2 cents.
Uh-huh.
Get it right.
the 2 tarps or flats or whatever they're called, don't they? Anyway, so right, that's going to do it here for the Giggity Get Down. We'll stay on air for, let's say, 5 more minutes. I want to do, every time, you know, you guys have been commenting and talking out there in the YouTube. There's only 8 people out there. We're going to stay on here for 5 more minutes. Are there any questions from you guys that we can answer, whether it be about Daytona or, you know, what's coming up in the future, maybe a rule package that you don't understand yet? Just anyways, we're going to stay on here for about 5 more minutes again, answering any questions that come in from the YouTube. And then there's an awkward silence.
Right? No, I'm excited to keep going, pumped up. Daytona was a little rough for me, but again, things happen, and I'm not upset. I know things can happen there, but
Yeah,
because we saw some
you had a little
first-time
bit of-
winners, repeat winners.
Yeah, your Whataburger car got smashed down a little bit.
Yeah.
So the sprint car racing, can you elaborate on that and how it's gonna come into play with Giggity and what, when is it gonna go and who's eligible and how
Same
many
Same as the dirt series we have right now. Everyone and their mother is eligible to drive. And it's going to run the same way as the late models run right now, where we're going to have heats to decide who is automatically into the B main or the A main. Everyone else will go to the B main for their opportunity to try to qualify their way into the A main. It's going to run exactly the same as the late models. Um, on a time frame, they're going to start up because we have some drivers doing the cross between the two series. They're going to start up approximately 10 to 20 minutes after the late models finish. We'll start getting the qualifiers set up for the sprint cars. And again, that's something that's not broadcasted, so the broadcasters get a little bit bigger of a break. And we'll come to you
Okay,
for the
so
B
sprint
main and
cars
then
it will not be broadcasted.
the sprint cars will be broadcasted, but not the qualifiers, just the mains. Same as the late models, we'll only broadcast the B main and the A main.
I'm
Okay.
looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be something new to Giggity Racing League, and it's going to be real interesting to watch.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, that it's hard. It's a different breed. Some of the guys that are um, really fast in the late models are not so fast in the sprint cars, and vice versa. Some of the guys that run in the back of the pack week after week in the late models are some of the fastest guys on the sprint car game. So
I was
it's
just
going to
going to
be
say, if you want
pretty
to get an
exciting.
idea of what's coming up, Mallbear, find Extreme Dirt Racing over there. That's one Dr. Robbie Bobby, and then RD. He races with us also. They race quite a few nights a week. You can go over and check their channel out, give it a like also, and you'll see
Hmm.
the intensity, the names that are over there. Almost everybody there. Actually, I'm pretty sure everybody there is on the all times at almost every track that race in that league. So that'll give you a good idea of things to come.
Got a couple
Right.
questions out there. Trout said, "What's the approval rating so far?" I'm not sure what you're speaking of. If you're asking about the approval rating of the races, um, I'll put us at I mean, like an 88 is where I'll go with. There's still room for improvement, but I think that we're definitely on the right track at the end of season 4 or beginning of season 4.5. I think we're only in the 60s there, but so we're up to about an 88, I'd say.
I was going to say
Um,
85, but yeah, great.
if you're talking about your own driver talent, that's probably at a -4. I'm just kidding out there, Trout. You know I love you. Paul Bear brings up a good point, though. He mentioned that maybe I should say something about the after race chats. Really, the only issue that we had this week was in the development chats. When a race is over, the race is over, guys. You know, if you want to say something in chat for 5-10 minutes, do your thing. When told to stop, that's enough. Stop right then. If you continue, there will be penalties. We've actually booted people before for it. Um, but the development, we had the biggest issue again after the race is over. These chats don't need to blow up for for 2 hours while you guys are yelling at each other. Nobody wants to deal with that. Do a private message, but again, be respectful when you're private messaging each other. Um, I guess that's all I can say. But there's 250 something people now in this league. When a race is over, 250 people don't need to hear how you personally felt about your race. Um, again, if you have displeasure with one other guy, nobody wants to see two people blowing up a chat for 2 hours. So take it elsewhere. We don't want to deal with it, and if we do, there will be penalties given on that.
Yeah, and
Uh,
just to add to that, like I want to say, like every time development races, I mean, maybe not everybody knows, but I do a team meeting with the presets before they go and race, and I always go over the rules as far as like make sure you do your pit, um, your sorry, my brain right now is letting me go. You're going below the yellow line there to show that you're going to be pitting. Make sure that your pit exit is done properly. Road etiquette, no retaliation. If you go below the yellow line, you can't pass. Be courteous of that. I always tell them no blowing up the chats after the races. So with the development before the races, I do this with preset and customs. They should know all this. So the fact that they go and do it after the fact is even, I think, where me and Paul Beer as admins think, they should know better and penalties should be awarded if they keep going. And this applies obviously to all the leagues. Um,
Frustrations
but
happen on the track. We all know
yeah,
that. I mean,
it
I get
does, but
frustrated,
it
but
comes to
it's not.
self-discipline.
It's
We're
exactly.
adults. We're not kids. I myself get angry and frustrated, and I'm an adult. I have self-discipline. Bite my tongue. Keep it out of the chat. Walk away from your phone if you have to till you calm down. There's no need for it. If you have a problem, clip it or zip it, as Teddy always says. Send us a clip, me and Paul Bear, or message ourselves privately if you have an issue. Take it out with the other driver privately, because the more negative things we have in the chat, you bring everybody else down.
Again, you're
That's all I have
representing
to say about
yourself.
that.
You're representing yourself,
Exactly.
and you can't take
And you're
back a
not
first
helping
opinion on
yourself,
somebody. Yeah, you can't
because
take
the
back somebody's first opinion on you.
right. Captains are all in both of the development chats, so captains do see what goes on in there. So if you're going to cause,
I think
you
I mentioned
know,
that.
Well, let's
yeah,
be clear. Let's be clear. This goes outside of just development. This goes to all chats, not just development. The issue this week was with development, but we've had that issue in all the other chats prior. So it goes through all series. But yes, all captains are in all of that, and I've actually seen captains drop drivers from their team on that same fact.
That has happened. Somebody got signed, and then because of talks, post chat racing like that, they were immediately released. And I think I did say something that too. Just because captains you may not always see us, or even all the admins out there, but consider it like Big Brother. Everybody's watching at all times. I
yeah,
don't want somebody who goes out there and races undefeated, but then goes and represent himself. Because again, then they'll be representing that particular team. That's something I'm not looking for, and I know a lot of other captains feel the same way about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know
So
it's always been reinforced. It's always been an issue, but I'm glad that in season 5, it is even going to be less tolerated and enforced even more. So that's one thing that I'm definitely uh, proud of.
all right, two more things I want to announce. These all just happened, and as soon as these announcements are done, we're
Ooh,
going to go ahead and end
announcements.
this. But this is literally breaking news. Just happened within the last 5 minutes. Both of these deals. So, Dean Clavitt out there, you were asking about the Sunoco versus Giggity. That is currently in the works. It will be happening here in the near future on a Sunday. So, League v League, Sunoco versus Giggity will be happening again. Second announcement: Pro Esports driver Fluffy has now been officially added to the custom setup development chat and must reach his 2 races, and then he will be eligible to be signed. So, esports driver Fluffy is now officially in the development and back for the Giggity.
How exciting!
Welcome back, buddy.
Who is gonna get him?
Yeah, actually, it's really intriguing because there's only one custom cup spot open amongst all teams right now. Um,
Oh,
And I know that there's some other drivers out there that people are looking at too, other than just Fluffy. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm excited to see how it all works out. On that note, guys, I said we were going to stay open for 5 more minutes. It's been 10. So quite frankly, I'm sick of talking to all you guys. I'm ready to get out of here.
Thanks for everybody for joining in today. Ma Bear, thanks for coming up here again. Congratulations. Let's get into Atlanta, guys, and let's have a good, clean week of racing and have fun. On that note, please stand up for what you believe in. Please be safe with everything going on in the entire world. Don't forget to join in 4 o'clock Eastern for the 8 versus 8 drivers, not leagues, league versus league, but 8 on 8 drivers championship. It will be broadcasted here live on Giggity YouTube Racing. On that note, 5, 4.
Wait, hold on. Also announcing on that note, this literally just came in. One of our other drivers for that League V League will be another team captain. So we will have 4 with Pendola in there, Robbie in there, Noko will be in there, and now Ryan Morgan, RKM, will be representing Giggity tonight. So
Oh, there we
half of
go.
half of our team will be captains. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. That is awesome. Great. I can't wait to watch it. So, all right, guys. Well, no more questions. Let's get into season 5, week 2 next week, clean and green. We will talk to you guys later. Bye.
bye.